Hi, welcome to the late May bank holiday weekend weather forecast. It has been wet and cool across the UK recently, but perhaps surprisingly, things are looking quite promising. I'm going to begin with a sequence generated using data from the Canadian global model. Starts at 15 GMT, Friday the 28th. There is some patchy rain affecting northwestern parts of the UK, but it's mainly dry. Now, through the weekend, that dry theme continues. But by Sunday, outbreaks of rain are starting to push in from the Atlantic, and during Bank Holiday Monday itself, they affect the northwest of the UK. Elsewhere it stays fine. All in all, pretty good, if that one is correct. How does it stack up against the GFS? That's another global model, but it's run in the United States. Well, this is quite a similar story. There's possibility of isolated showers through the weekend, but mainly dry. However, during Sunday, outbreaks of rain are pushing in from the northwest, and during Bank Holiday Monday, they flirt with Scotland and Northern Ireland. Elsewhere, again, it stays mainly fine, pretty good. Just to show you the jet stream profile based on that GFS sequence, this is on Bank Holiday Monday. We can see jet there is going to the west and the north of the UK, leaving us on its warmer southern side. Here's the air mass profile at the same time. The yellows and oranges over much of the UK, indicating relatively warm upper level air. Certainly warmer than we have seen for most of the spring. So how do 2 metre temperatures respond to that warm upper loft? I'll show several charts. The first one is for Saturday afternoon. It's forecast maximum temperatures using the GFS data, quite widely around 20-21 Celsius in much of the UK. And often these raw values are a degree or two lower than the outcome. Similar story on Sunday, warm in most of the country, certainly compared to recent times. And on Bank Holiday Monday, once more, it's a very, very similar picture. Very pleasant if it's correct. As I said, the GFS does have a tendency to be a little bit conservative with maximum temperatures. Therefore, I thought it would be worth taking a look at what the Canadian GEM model was showing on Monday afternoon. And you can see they are quite a bit higher actually. Maximums are around 25, 24, 25, quite widely in England and Wales. If it's correct, 25 Celsius being reached, it would be the warmest day of the meteorological spring, beating the 24.5 Celsius set on March the 30th. So it's been a spring very short on warmth, but perhaps it's going to end on a high. Cloud is another important consideration here. Obviously, if there's a lot of cloud around, it will peg back temperatures. And computer models do, in my experience, tend to struggle with cloud forecasts. Nonetheless, this is from the GFS. It's for Monday afternoon. The dark areas, for example, out here to the west of the UK are showing cloud, where you can see the landmass. It's sunny, or it's forecast to be sunny. So if correct, there's going to be a lot of sunshine around on Monday. That's fairly representative actually of the cloud forecasts for Sunday and Saturday as well. All in all, plenty of strong sunshine, so it will feel nice and warm if these predictions are correct. Just to take a quick look at the ensemble data, if it stacks up in support of what those deterministic Canadian and US models are showing. Here's the pressure forecasts from the GEFS. We can see initially virtually all of the runs are going into this dark orange category, which is indicating 1,026 to 1,040 millibars. High pressure solidly in charge. Later on in the bank holiday weekend, there is a downwards trend, but I would say that's suggesting that high pressure is going to be weakening a little bit just as the Atlantic starts to push into northwestern areas. We've got pressure starting to fall elsewhere across the UK. Nonetheless, it's really important, I think, to stress that it is a high pressure dominated scenario throughout the bank holiday weekend. It's just a gentle weakening of it. In terms of the maximum temperature forecast from the ensemble, it's quite instructive as well. We can see these dark oranges are indicating runs which are going for 21 to 30 Celsius. I've blocked off the bank holiday period because this is doing each column's representing one day as a summary. You can see Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then finally by bank holiday Monday, there's an increasing number of runs going for that 21 to 30 Celsius category, and by bank holiday Monday, it's over 60%. So a high degree of confidence in that warmth as we head through the bank holiday weekend. Looking very, very pleasant. I think just also worth pointing out that these lighter oranges are runs going for 16 to 20 Celsius. Initially, they are the majority for London. You can see it's about over 80, 70%. It's falling as the dark oranges increase. But as I say, although they're going for 16 to 20 Celsius, most of those are at the top end, so they're at the closer to 20 than 16. And also, as I say, remember, you probably can add on a couple of degrees because the GEFS as well has a tendency just to under-forecast actual maximums by that amount. Jumping up to Edinburgh, temperature profile again. This time, most of the runs are actually in that lighter orange, so the 16 to 20 Celsius. Still pleasantly warm, just a bit cooler than further south. Very, very typical, of course. Generally, as you head northwards in the UK, temperatures are not going to be as high. In terms of precipitation, it's because it's all well and good having that warmth in the sunshine, but is it going to be dry? The deterministic model suggested that it would be away from the northwest. What does the ensemble data show? Well, it's pretty supportive. Here's the London plot. You can see light grey is indicating runs which are showing completely dry conditions. They really continue to be dominant through the bank holiday period. Just a very small number which are going for light rain, perhaps an odd shower or two around, but I think it's going to be unlucky if we do catch one in London and the southeast. Jumping up to Glasgow, there are lots of light greys on this too, suggesting dry conditions. But later on there, the amount of runs going for at least a little rain increases, and that's probably connected to the incursion from the Atlantic on bank holiday Monday, which the deterministic models were also showing. Manchester, pretty dry again, further south, very likely to escape that Atlantic influence on bank holiday Monday. As I say, it looks set to be focused on Northern Ireland and parts of Western Scotland, really. Finally, Plymouth, again, it's a dry picture, predominantly dry, just the chance of an odd shower through the weekend, but like in the London and the southeast area, I think you'd have to be pretty unlucky to catch one, and it probably won't be amounting to a great deal, even if you do. So all in all, pretty good. Therefore, to summarise, there is a chance of isolated showers through the bank holiday weekend, but most places should miss them and remain dry. On Monday, the risk of rain increases in the northwest, but in other parts of the UK, it stays fine. It's going to be feeling warm during the days, and temperatures should be reaching or exceeding 21 Celsius, which is 70 Fahrenheit, quite widely. So it's looking pretty good, all in all, I would say, especially considering the weather we've had during recent weeks. So fingers crossed, because it's still a few days away, but I'm pretty confident we're going to have a predominantly fine bank holiday weekend. So thank you for watching this, and if you enjoyed it and found it useful, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons below. Thanks now, bye.